Well, hello again everybody. Today I need to explain subqueries. They can be pretty complicated, but I'll try my best to explain it simply. A subquery is just a query within another query. You write a query, enclose it within a set of parentheses. Whatever value or values are returned from the subquery, you would use within an outer query. I'll give you a few demonstrations. I have an employees table. Our manager, Mr. Krabs, he needs us to compare every employee's hourly pay with the average hourly pay of our employees table. Maybe Mr. Krabs is going to give people a pay reduction. Not an increase, a pay reduction. But he needs to compare the hourly pay of every employee versus the average. How can we write something like that? A task like that, I would say, involves at least two steps. We need to find the average hourly pay first, and then display every employee's first name, last name, hourly pay, then the average pay. Let's begin with the average pay. Select average function, hourly pay from my employees table. So far, so good. $15.45 is the average hourly pay of an employee. How do I use this number? Whatever value or values are returned from a subquery, we can use within a larger outer query. Let's delete this semicolon. I will surround this statement with a set of parentheses. I will then write the outer query. Let's select the first name, last name, the hourly pay, then comma, our subquery from employees. There we are. Although I'm going to give this subquery an alias as average pay. And I think I'm going to move this to the next line. That is much better. So we have accomplished our task. We have compared every employee's hourly pay versus the average. Once we complete the subquery, whatever value or values are returned from the subquery, we would use within the larger picture, the outer query. Just imagine that we replace the subquery with $15.45. This value is what was returned. Although you don't want to write a concrete number like this, just because the average pay is bound to change. Writing a subquery like this would calculate our average pay, regardless if we add or remove employees. Let's try a different example. Let's find every employee that has an hourly pay greater than the average pay. So again, we can begin with the subquery. We need the average pay. Select average function, hourly pay from employees. So again, we return $15.45. I'll use this within a where clause. Let's select the first name, last name, hourly pay from our employees table where the hourly pay is greater than our subquery. Mr. Krabs and Sandy Cheeks are both making more than the average hourly pay. What was returned was $15.45. Then it's just a matter of completing the outer query. Select the first name, last name, hourly pay from employees where hourly pay is greater than $15.45. It looks complicated, but when you break it down into steps, it's a lot easier to visualize. We're going to cover a completely different example. We will be working with customers and transactions. I'm going to select all from my transactions table. We have a few transactions. I would like to find the first name and last name of every customer that has ever placed an order. We can do this step by step. Let's select every customer ID from transactions that's not null. Select customer ID from transactions where customer ID is not null. Let's take a look. So we do have a few repeats. We have 1, 2, 3, and 3. You can add this distinct keyword if there's any repeats. That would eliminate them. We have 3 registered customers that have placed orders in the past. Customer IDs 1, 2, and 3. But we don't know who these customers are. We will use these values within a larger outer query. I will surround this query within a set of parentheses. Eventually, we'll use this within a where clause. Let's select the first name and last name from our customers table, where customer ID, I will then use the in operator, then add my subquery. There we are. There's our 3 customers that have placed orders in the past. Fred Fish, Larry Lobster, Bubble Bass. This subquery returned the values 1, 2, and 3. Imagine that once this query resolves, we are left with the values 1, 2, 3. So this outer query makes a lot more sense. Select the first name and last name from customers, where the customer ID is one of these values, 1, 2, or 3. You could do the inverse too. Find the first name and last name of every customer where the customer ID is not in the subquery. This query would return every customer that has never placed an order. Let's send them a coupon in the mail to convince them to place an order. We were left with values 1, 2, 3. Select the first name and last name from any customers where the customer ID is not in one of these values, 1, 2, or 3. Pearl Crabs had an ID of 5, Poppy Puffs was 4. So yeah, that's a subquery, everybody. It's just a query within a larger query. It helps to visualize this step by step. Imagine that we're completing the subquery first. Whatever value or values are returned, we can use within a larger query. And well, yeah, those are subqueries in MySQL.